Hi guys, hope you can hear me good. I'm gonna check the mic to see if it's actually gonna work, but might be hope. Hope you're all doing well. I'll be talking about the female narcissist and the female empath. So, Jezebel versus Esther. And the first trait I'm gonna talk about is selflessness. Esther is selfless. Um, she cares about people's needs. Um, she sacrifices her time. Um, she sacrifices a lot, and she's very humble and she's caring, and the love is unconditional. The love is unconditional, and she's very selfless, and she's not self-obsessed. Jezebel is very selfish. Um, her needs only matter. No one else matter. No one else's needs matter. She's very self-absorbed and selfish, and it's important to understand that you can't take it personally. This is what Jezebel's like. She has selfish ambition, and sometimes people get really caught up in their mental health and they feel neglected. But when it comes to toxic people, they're very selfish, and sometimes men, they people please. Don't be a people pleaser. You try to perform to get that love, but they're very, very selfish. They're too selfish to care. And you can't take it personally. They are only their needs matter. They don't care about what you need. They're just very selfish. They put themselves first, see if it benefits them, and they don't care if it doesn't benefit anybody else. They're just so desperate. They're so desperate for approval, and they're so needy, and they just can't give love back. They're too selfish to love. But Esther, she has all the love to give. She's very selfless, and she's very kind. And when it comes down to it, she's very, very kind. But Jezebel very selfish, and you could feel, if you rely on Jezebel, you will not have a self-esteem. You will not have self-esteem. Yeah, you will go through chaos if you try to rely on her. Don't rely on her. She's very, very, self-absorbed and selfish. The second one is Esther is content. She's whole. She's a whole woman. She's very content. Um, she's so grateful for life. She's so grateful for people, what they do for her. She makes them feel good, and she always reminds them of what they've done for her. And she's just so kind and caring, and she really wants people to feel good. She wants people to feel that they're appreciated. She always shows gratitude, and she's just so content with life as whole. And she doesn't try to put use marriage as her idol. She doesn't try to idolize her children or idolize marriage. She's content by herself, and she doesn't mind waiting for the right one. She's not desperate. She's not gonna walk around being bitter because she hasn't got a husband yet. Um, but Jezebel, she's very, very entitled. She's just so needy, and that void will never be filled. She tries to use people to get to this top because she sees people as props. She's very selfish. She's very self-absorbed, and it's so important to understand that it's not your fault. You know, um, just too entitled. And people that don't understand entitlement from a Jezebel, they end up feeling burnt out and depressed because they're so tired. They're so tired of doing everything for Jezebel, for her to just complain and complain, and they just don't seem to care about using you up. That's how desperate they are and needy. You end up feeling drained and depressed because what you do is never enough. But it won't be enough because you're a human being. You're not God, and let God deal with them. At certain points, let God deal with them, and it's just not your fault. It's not your fault. So next one is Esther is resourceful. She uses her time wisely. She's cooking, she's cleaning, she's working out in a gym. Um, she's helping charities. She's using her time wisely. But a Jezebel, she will spend time gossiping on her phone, being a busybody, being nosy, and talking to toxic people that she should have left in 2023. But she's desperate for company and don't don't mind being messy just for a bit of drama. She's a drama queen. And the thing is, you'll get caught up in it. You don't want to be part of her drama. And it's so important that to know that when a woman's resourceful, she builds your life, she makes your life better. But Jezebel just gossip around, buying stuff she doesn't need, get herself in debt to impress her haters. She's always, that spirit of rejection. She wants to prove her haters wrong. She just buys stuff she doesn't need, gets herself in debt, and ruins the family's life, all because she's so greedy and she's so obsessed with money. So it's really important to understand that when it comes to Jezebel, she's very, very selfish. So when it comes to the next one, Esther's peaceful, and she's a peaceful woman. But Jezebel, she's a sadist. She loves drama. She doesn't mind provoking you until you get reaction, until she gets reaction, and then she makes you look like the bad guy because she's just such a drama queen, provoking, very, very provoking. Try to wind you up, try to get under your skin, and try to want to see you explode so she can tell people about how horrible you are and try to ruin your reputation. That's how desperate she is for a bit of attention. And you have to understand with Esther, she's very peaceful. When you see Esther, she's reserved, but sometimes you can get caught up and think she's stuck up. You might think that she's stuck up, but she just minds her own business. She knows what women are like. She knows that women are drama queens sometimes, and she chooses her friends wisely, quality over quantity. So when you're in drama, you have to understand that, you have to see what her friends are like. It's so important to realize that, just because someone's quiet and shy doesn't mean that they're stuck up and they just don't know how to talk to people. Sometimes they're just up there. Esters are very observant. They observe people and they don't rush. They test the spirit. So the next one, Esther, is encouraging. She builds people up. She makes them feel so good. She uplifts them. She's so compassionate for people, and she's so encouraging. When someone's going through a hard time, she tries to build them back up. She's not Jezebel. Is bashful. She's bashful, and she rejects you, or she abandons you in hard times. She walks away because it's not about her. If you're going through something and it's not about her, she'll just hide away and feel uncomfortable because it's about you, But Esther, in that time, she builds you up, and she's caring. So that's important. And next one is Esther she has empathy, but Jezebel is a sadist. She loves drama, and she loves seeing you in pain, loves seeing you get angry. When it comes to having empathy, is so important because, it's so needed in families, so needed for relationships. Have empathy. It could cause low self-esteem, mental health problems, and, it could leave a person feeling drained out and burnt out because the person's just so obsessed that they just can't see somebody else. So, that's all I have for today. I really hope that the microphone's actually working. If you need any counseling or coaching or prayer requests, email me. Thank you for listening.